Good morning. Good morning. What is going on, y'all? Happy Saturday. Happy 4th. If you're in the United States, happy 4th of July. 250th. Antonio. What's up, Antonio? How are you? Good morning, buddy. What are you doing up so early, bro? I always see you up early. You a morning person? Going to LA Monday. Nice, dude. What's going on in LA? That sounds exciting. Braden, what's up, Braden? YouTube horizontal up, YouTube vertical. We are live, boys and girls. Yeah, I'm a morning bird and a night owl. Me too. Well, maybe not so much night owl. I did stay up late last night for no particular reason. But I have a family break. Okay, cool. Oh, sick, dude. That's an opportunity, man. Make sure that you have your QR code and your all that stuff ready. Nice, dude. Dude, it feels so nice, bro, to get an expenses paid trip, man. The first time you do it, man, the first time you get paid to like travel or you get your travel paid for, the first time I felt like not gonna lie, I felt like an object. But I was okay. I was okay feeling like an object for a couple of days. Zero connection. What's up, man? How are you? Yeah, that's dope, bro. Make sure not to overpack. Make sure not to overpack. Zero connection. Going rope climbing tomorrow. Hopefully my arms aren't wrecked tomorrow. They probably will be, man. Danny, what's up, Danny? Happy 4th of July. Happy 4th. Everybody else that's in the States, happy 4th. I'm just excited. I hope I run into a celebrity and get hired so I never have to come back. That's what I'm saying, man. Make sure that you have your QR code on lock, dude. Make sure that you have your QR code on lock. Sir, is the 6300 good? It's all right, man. 6300 good is all right. For sure. Yeah, that's what I mean. Your dot card. Perfect. Perfect. Make sure you got that on lock. How about the XT? Love the XT20. Hey, dude, what things that you didn't like about the R6V? Bro, truthfully, man, I like everything so far. I like everything about the R6V, dude. It's phenomenal, man. I think I'm not even gonna lie to you. There's one thing I guess that I've said a couple of times is that the open gate, as fantastic as it is, the files are massive because it's 7K. So I wish, my complaint, I guess, is that I wish that they had an open gate feature at 4K. And actually, I was thinking today of doing some sort of like bingo card. A bingo card. Let's do a whiteboard. Elements. Let's see. Bingo card. Is a bingo card something that comes up? I wanted to do a bingo card for the FX, the new FX5 that's coming out. Let's see. Let's do a better one. Which one is better? What are you trying to do with it, man? Happy 4th. Happy 4th. Happy 4th, everybody. I think I might like this one. Let's see. Is this one better? I think it needs to be big. Which one do we like better? Does it matter? I think I like this one. Yeah, I think I like this one. So basically what we want to do is make this nice and big. And what I want to do is try to guess the features that are going to be on the new FX, on the new FX5. Said hi to you. I'm a beginner. Yeah, then it doesn't really matter. Either one of them is good, man. Just pick one that you like. If you want to do photos, the Fuji's great. So, based off of alpha rumors, let's see. We already know that this back of the screen, so it's already going to have open gate. So we can guess a couple of things already, right? So we can have open gate. Open gate is already on here. What color should we make this, Antonio? Pink? I think I like pink. Chester, what's up? Yo, bro, I saw your video this morning, man. Let me know if you need any tips, bro. I got you. Always happy to help when I can. Okay, so we know open gate is already going to happen. Okay. Another thing that we already know is a new sensor. So some of these things we already know. So new sensor. So I need your guys' help to guess at what the new FX5 is going to have. Feel free to take any guesses and we'll add them to the bingo card. Again, there are already some guesses out there, so it's not going to be super hard to guess a couple of these. But even those are just predictions, so we might, they might be wrong anyways. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just kind of creating. Do any of you guys use Canva, by the way? Oh, good. Yeah. No, it was great, dude. It was great. I do have a suggestion if you're willing to take it. If you're willing to take any suggestions, let me know. Happy to share my thoughts on it. I loved it, by the way. I loved the video. So, when it comes to YouTube, Chester, when it comes to YouTube, YouTube is a search engine, okay? So YouTube gathers your information based off of your, it takes signals from uses AI to identify the elements of your thumbnail. And it also uses AI and the algorithm to read all of the text that's included in your title and also in your description. With that being said, YouTube is the second largest search engine in the entire world. Okay, so I say all that to frame this in a way of like packaging. Once you discover proper packaging for your YouTube channel, your channel fucking skyrockets, bro. So my criticism and my suggestion for you is to remove this massive X. I get the idea. But it's not gonna, there's some text back here that says that it's the Leica, that specific lens. The title, I would say something like, before you buy the Leica and whatever the lens is, or my Leica got water damage, or humidity or moisture entered my Leica, and emphasis on the name of the, in quotes, name of the physical lens, of the actual lens. Like, name it out specifically, because people are searching for that lens. People want to buy that lens, right? So that's what I would do with my packaging. And also I would A/B test a couple of them. I don't know if you are A/B testing, but you have to think of it. It's kind of shitty. I get it. I don't know you that well, Chester. but I'm trying to put myself in. I'm trying to generalize. Okay, so like somebody that's really into the arts and wants to create art. And like, you know, creating videos is an art. Being a content creator and creating content, that's an art. A lot of us feel like we really don't want to be sellouts. We don't want to be like, you know, we don't want to be like all corporatists and like capitalists and try to like sell stuff to people. But the reality of the thing is that YouTube is a business, and YouTube is incentivized to share your video with people that are interested in possibly purchasing the lens or learning more about it. Okay, so at the end of the day, you still want to treat this YouTube venture with a creative mindset, and like, you know, you want to create your art and like all that mumbo jumbo heebie jeebie kind of shit. But at the end of the day, YouTube's a business, and so are you, and you need to treat it as such. So my point is that nobody is searching for, did I just kill my lens? Weekly vlogs #1. What they would be searching for is, if they're interested in buying the Leica lens, moisture just got into my Leica. So if somebody types in that Leica lens, your video might populate because it'll be something that's counter the norm. Is like, everybody loves the Leica. It's like, no, my Leica got some water in it. You know what I mean? So that's what I would say about that. The second thing I noticed in your video, I loved it, and this is a tip that has helped me. There's a part right here. By the way, I love this footage, the rain footage. Fantastic. Some of the shots were the depth of field was a little too shallow, but it was still great. Right here. So this part right here, you could not stop looking at your screen. So right here, you're looking at your framing, and while you're talking, you're looking at your framing. And my pro tip for you here, if you have a screen that flips out, it's really hard to ignore it if it's always popped out. So my pro tip for you is to have it open, make sure that you're in frame. And then once you're happy with that frame, close the screen and then make a habit of looking directly at the lens. But if you have it open, so all I'm saying is partly close it or tuck it away.
Because trying to film a lot more.
Right here, you're looking at yourself. Your perspective isn't changing as much as you think it is. So that's a small little change that would be drastic improvement.
And I'm just gonna try to get some slow-mo shots here.
And what did you use to edit this? What did you use to edit this? The last thing that I wanted to tell you was that there's no description in your video. And when you're thinking about descriptions, you know, there's descriptions that the AI can give you and all that kind of shit. But what's a better thing to do is whatever editor you're using, you're using DaVinci, get a transcript for your video. DaVinci populates a TXT file, doesn't it? What you're looking for is a TXT file or a transcript. SRT, I guess, works, but I like to use a TXT file. Sean Photography. I like the ERP. Should I use the FX3? All right, so after you get that transcript, Chester, what you want to do is you want to go into AI, ChatGPT, Google, whatever. Your TXT file has timestamps. Do I have any TXT files? I'm trying to see if I have any TXT files. No, I don't. Anyways, so get a TXT file. TXT files have timestamps on them. So what you're going to want to do is grab your TXT file, the captions that you generated, go into AI, and then ask it, AI, create YouTube style chapters, and then it'll automatically do it for you. And then the next thing that you want to do is have it. So if you go to one of my videos, my latest videos, whoopsie. if you go to one of my latest videos, you'll see that I have a description. It is, but right here, all of this right here, these TXT files, if you can see all this, this was all generated by the actual transcript of my video. So this was all generated. And why this is important is because, again, Google is a search engine. Whenever you type into Google, like how to edit in Premiere, whenever people are searching something, this right here, this little video right here, this is a time-stamped video. And the reason why all of these little video things right here populated is because of this transcript. So YouTube grabs all of these titles right here. So what you want to do is you want to grab your TXT file, ask YouTube to generate chapters for you, but to generate chapter titles that are web indexable, or that uses web indexing. And then seriously, as far as the description goes, this is plenty of description. All of this has, so if somebody were to type in like how to add an aftermarket NATO rail to small rig, obviously nobody's going to search that very specifically, but some people might search in small rig NATO rail and my video might populate. Yeah, we just saw Chester's video. So I'm just giving, actually, David, I'm giving him the same tips that I gave you a while back. The one thing that I just remembered is you do want to like double check these. Generally, they're pretty spot on, but you do have to train your AI a little bit to make sure that it gets it right. So those are the 3 tips, bro. And this is just as good as a description as an actual description, because all of this is like super valuable. So does all that make sense? That's all of these videos right here. How to edit a video in YouTube. YouTube grabbed that and put it into Google. And now when people search, that's how these videos get found. All that check out? I missed a couple of questions, guys. Sorry about that if I did. Did I get the R6V or the FX3? Used FX3 now cheaper than the R6V. A used FX3 is cheaper? I don't know. I would go with the Canon, but the FX3 is still nice. So for those of you guys that are content creators, that's just a little bit of game right there that you're going to see. Once you compound that, you're going to see your videos slowly tick up, dude. And over time, your channel is just going to grow and grow and grow. It's just the way that it goes, dude. Yeah, so I guess that's pretty much it. Anytime that you post something, think of it from the perspective of somebody that's searching for it. It's really hot in my room. I would do TXT. I don't know. I don't remember if SRT has. Does SRT have timestamps? It should, right? I know for a fact that the TXT file does. And then from that, so that right there is literally your exact words spoken in video, right? So now that the AI has your own words as a transcript, Chester, you can ask it like, hey, what's a description for this based off of my TXT file? What's a thumbnail idea for based off of my TXT file? Because on YouTube long form, what you want to do is you really want to deliver on what the video and what the thumbnail and what the title of the video is. You really want to deliver that. Why not use the DaVinci transcript? Yeah, the TX. Well, what you want is the TXT file because it has timestamps in it, time code. So whatever, if the transcript has TXT file, that's fine. But what you really want is those timestamps. Does DaVinci transcript have timestamps? If it does, then it's fine. Yeah, TXT, as long as it has the time code, dude. As long as it has the time code. Because the time code is how it guesses where your title should be placed. Because if these buttons right here, it is all of these right here, these are all clickable. Like if I click on this 549, it goes directly to that part of the video. So that's why it's important. APS-C right here. So this chapter right here, how to power the Canon R6V with a V mount via USB-C. Like that title right there is fucking money, dude. Are you kidding me? People are gonna be Googling how to use USB-C with the R6V, and then this video is gonna pop up right at that spot. It's perfect. Well, you know what I did realize though, that mine is pretty accurate, but I have the timestamps, and you do have to work with it, right? That's why we shouldn't trust AI 100%. So you do have to be, you can't just fully blindly follow what the AI says. The key thing is too, you wanna make sure to prompt it for web indexing. How do I apply that logic to music? Antonio, what I would do for your stuff, bro, is like, you know, first of all, you got to be creating content. You got to be creating content, bro. You're nowhere near creating enough content for your channel in terms of YouTube. Fiend Fins, what's up, buddy? All right, so what are the things that we think that the FX5 is gonna have? That's what we were at. We already said open gate. I want to say that the price is gonna be plus 5,000 USD. That's what I think. Triple base. We do know that it was supposed to have triple base ISO, right? Yeah, I think that was already established. Well, it's a rumor still, right? Nothing's confirmed just yet. But yeah, let's add it. What else did we see on this screen? Oh, new sensor. We already said that. Here we go. False color. This is all basic shit, though. Oh, removable EVF. I guess that's somewhere else. Removable EVF. I want to lock this. we want to be realistic. I don't even think it'll have IBIS actually. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't think it'll have IBIS. Do we want IBIS? The thing is, you know, proper cameras, you know, cinema cameras don't have IBIS. What else was on here? That's pretty much it. The rest of it is basically our wish list. So what else did we want on this thing? What I want is what I would want is NDs. What else do we want? What else would we want? Trying to think. Fiend Fins, what's up, Fiend Fins? Maybe 120 FPS, no crop. Gerald, what's up, buddy? I saw a leaked image, not sure if it's real or not, but it kind of looked like a loaf bread. Oh, so we want box style. Box style. I think it's gonna be box style as well. It'll look more like an FX. It'll look more like an FX FX6. It'll look more like this. I am human. It'll look more like an FX6. Removable handle. $7,000, dude. Look at this fucking thing. What a machine, dude. Miss Emerald, what's up, man? We're talking about, we're making a bingo card for the new FX5 that's coming out. So we're thinking of things that this has. Oh, we definitely want raw recording, right? Or whatever they call it. So this is going to be announced here pretty soon. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring this up whenever Elam, what's up, Elam? Yes, that cut of the 1/3 of the back. Hi, man. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What else do we want on this? 32-bit float. I don't think small creator like doing it. Whoa. Well, this camera, bro, is not for like you know, this is probably going to be a proper cinema camera. This isn't going to be like a consumer camera. Because the thing is that the price point of like plus 5K, like that's expensive for like an everyday consumer. I'm into oh, cool. Welcome. Let's see, new screen. Let's do high res screen. I think it's going to have a new battery. Or the newer battery. It won't have CF Express Type B. There's a lot of shit on the bingo card now that I think about it. Shoot 20 FPS raw. Do you even think it'll shoot photos? I doubt it'll shoot photos, but we'll add it. Yeah, we'll definitely add it. Fuck it. Removable EVF. So we did add the removable EVF thing. I doubt it'll even shoot photos, but we'll keep it. We'll keep it like that. Well, let's see what the FX, what this has. Oh, new autofocus. So let's do that. Let's do a new autofocus. New AF. Webcam. It should. It's pretty standard. The new USB-Cs are pretty standard with that now, but you know what we could do is content. Content creator focused. That way it encapsulates, because I think that it'll be marketed towards professional pro level camera. Here we go. Pro level camera or entry level camera. Does that make sense? So if it's gonna be like who's gonna be buying this camera? Is it gonna be at a consumer level, or is it gonna be at a pro level? Where can we find all the content you have shot? You can find all my stuff on if you're on TikTok, you can go to my link in bio here, and then you can find my YouTube channel, you can find my Instagram channel, my TikTok. All of that stuff is found right here. But on Instagram, you know, I have like photography there. I have some projects that I've worked on. Some content that I create. TikTok is mostly about like TikTok shot videos with my camera. YouTube is going to be more like gear reviews, long form gear reviews, and like vlogs and stuff like that. But yeah. In terms of like long form projects, like going through like projects, I have some stuff all over Instagram. I don't really have like a sequence, like here's all my things. In terms of like a portfolio, because I don't operate off of a portfolio. Airplane friendly. What does that mean? Airplane friendly. Anamorphic D-squeeze. That's another one. That's another one. That's a good one. That's IR. It's a Venice Mini. What does IR mean? As a I think that's pretty standard too, because most cameras have an airplane mode now, so that isn't anything too crazy. We're going 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 and then 6. That's it. It's a Venice Mini. Wait, I was joking. That's the thing. Yeah. Yeah, your camera has a airplane mode. It's under the connectivity menu. What else do we want it to have? The ruler. What do you think? What do you think it's gonna have? Ethernet plug. Let's put it in. Do they typically have Ethernet plugs on cinema cameras? Is that a thing? Is that something that you actually want on it? Have you ever used the Ethernet plug? I haven't. I don't have a camera that has one, but. Oh, well, of course, active cooling, right? Did I already say that? Active cooling? We definitely want it to have active cooling. Can the FX5 run Doom? It probably cannot. On the A9 there is one. Oh, got it. Okay, cool. So that's a good guess then. What's your favorite cameras of all time? Any make? Canon for sure. Built-in flippy feet. Like a stand? No, it'll definitely be box style. Let's see. I'm basing my things off of like dual CF Express Type A, 10-bit, ISO, 15 stops of dynamic range. Oh, here we go. 15 plus stops of dynamic range. So we'll do that. Control copy. So that's a good one. More holes for mounting built-in. More holes for mounting built-in. What would we call those? Mounting spots? Mounting holes? Yeah, we'll call it mounting holes. Two more. Let's see, what does the FX9 have? Or what does the Sony Venice have? Let's look up at that. How much is this camera? This item cannot be canceled or returned. Holy fuck, look at this. PL mount. That could be something. It could have a PL mount. How do you spell that? PL mount. Yeah, PL mount. PL mount. PL mount is for like cinema lenses and stuff. We already did raw recording. Ethernet connector. Yeah, you're right. Look at this. Wow. Oh, we also said, oh, we did say new sensor as well. So we did say new sensor, right? I think we did. New sensor. So we got that. One more. What did you say, David? We said like built-in feet. Built-in feet. Fuck it. Why not, right? Okay, here's our bingo card. Let's change these colors. I don't like that color. Don't like that color either. Yeah. I gotcha. I gotcha. All right, I think it's pretty solid. I think it's pretty solid, and the whole thing is gonna cost, like I said, over 5K. Okay, let's label this. So FX5 bingo card. Any other info as to when it's going to be revealed? What ISOs are you looking for? I really wish they make base ISO or something like that. I'm not really hoping for anything. Like, I'm not really a Sony guy, so I was just kind of doing that for fun. The 800 ISO. So yeah, I like the 800, the 1600, but then they also have like a 12,000, don't they? Or they have something crazy. So I don't know, something in between what they currently have. I heard the 19th, but don't pin me on that. All right, let's see what this says right here. FX5 pre-order links will open very soon here. Do not miss any rumors on our newsletter. The FX3 was, but I want to like 1600 or more. That's, you know, that's like crazy bright, dude. Like, you know, that's like, I don't know, man. In my opinion, like, if you're in an environment where it's like that dark at night, like, how often do you really find yourself like this is like a pro level camera? I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is like the low light. I think the 16,000 is incredible. Or the 12,500 is incredible, but like, how often do you find yourself in those like dark environments that you really need it baked in? I don't know. I don't really, you know, I personally don't work in environments where I have to like, where I don't control the lighting in the environment. Yeah, exactly. Like cave diving. Yeah, crazy stuff like that where you don't have lights. And I guess I have it a lot. I like doing night stuff outside. Yeah, but see, the thing is, like, if you're just creating content, like, so that's what the FX3 is like made for, you know, so that you can like run and gun with it and stuff like that, and you can shoot in any environment. But like typically, if I'm creating stuff where it's dark, like, you know, I like to have proper like control of the environment and the light that I'm shooting in. I guess that's the difference between like professional like cinematographers, but then there's like documentary work, like, you know, you want to do something with like, you know, in the documentary space, which is, you know, great. But the FX6 already has like crazy base ISO 12,000. Like, that's crazy, dude. 12,000 base ISO is nutty. Is already really impressive. It's going to be a brand new sensor. We already said it was a stacked sensor, so like if you're a professional like a documentary person, this is the camera that you go for, the FX6. But this was cool. I think we got a good bingo card here. Yeah, I think it's a solid bingo card. Did Chester leave us already? Who else was in here? Yeah, we were looking at Chester's videos earlier. But he did post a new video.
Shots here.
Again, anybody that's actually creating content, man, always got to support the people that are actually doing it, you know? Always supporting the people that are actually doing it. Oh, a new top handle. This top handle is pretty great. The one on the FX6. Hey, SWVA shop. Oh, bro. I got the package, man. Aren't you in Sweden? What are you doing from Sweden, man? Getting bored over there? Is it me, or is the FX6 better than the FX9? I don't know. Let's ask B&H. Let's see, FX6. I'm in Switzerland till Monday. Wow, that went fast. Yeah, I got the stuff, dude. I have another order to put in. Basically is what I wanted to tell you. Is the FX9 even available? Is the FX9 just a lot older? It might not even be like available anymore. Switzerland, that's right, Switzerland. The FX9 just might be like crazy old. It might be, yeah, for sure. When did the FX9 come out? No, not really. 2019. They all came around the same time. There it is. This is used, though. If we compare these two items, damn, the FX6 only has 12 megapixels. That's, you know, that's what makes them so good in low light, dude. Remember those low megapixels. I have found YouTube's in-house thumbnail generator. Yeah, I mean, your thumbnail was fine. I was just removing the massive X on it. And that was my criticism or my feedback on it. Video only. This doesn't tell me nothing, this fucking thing. It shoots 16. Oh no, never mind. Internal recording. I mean, they're both professional cameras, so. What about the Burano? That was another camera too. The Sony Burano. Look at this camera, dude. $24,000, dude. What the fuck, dude? This is my next camera, guys. Electronically variable ND filters. Dual CF. Oh, they do have Type B cars. Look at this. EL mount. Yeah, this is a vlogging camera. I saw a guy on TikTok. He's making like rage bait content. He's like, does anybody know how to use the FX9 as a webcam or the FX6 as a webcam? Look at the battery that this thing uses. It uses a V-mount battery. These are professional, like in my opinion, like broadcast cameras though, you know? You're making like fucking movies with this shit. Would not be bad as, no, not bad as a webcam at all, dude. Not bad as a webcam at all. Anyways, yeah, that's what I got. That's what I got. We'll see how it goes. We'll find out. Genuine question. What's up, bro? Gang, just get an IMAX. FX6 is too slim on its aspect ratio. I mean, the people that I see, one of my favorite content creators, the guy that I like look up to, Mark Bone, he uses an FX6 for all of his work. He likes it because of its size and his even though it's small for him, it's like he's like, it's small, it's compact. I'm like, all right. I don't think you can buy an IMAX. Oh, for the webcam? Maybe I should make some rage bait content on my R6V using the R6V as a webcam. That would be a fucking video, right? I should write that down. Seven four. Using the R6V as a webcam. Again, that's a searchable title. How to use the R6V as a webcam. That's actually a good video for you, David. How to use the R50V as a webcam. Yeah, how to use the R50V as a webcam. That would be kind of cool. Oh, I have a new mic coming in today. Small Rig sent me their latest mic. Oh, I think it just got delivered. Let me go check. I'll be right back. So I already told you guys I already told you guys what this is, but just for the sake of drama, this is what Small Rig just sent me. Woo-wee. They sent me their latest microphone system. S70 wireless microphones. I fucking love my job, man. I fucking love my job, dude. Let's see. Let's open this up. Never in my life did I ever fucking think that, you know, companies like this would be like sending me stuff and be like, hey, do you want this? Do you want this? I got the white version too. That's just gonna look clean, dude. Let's see. So first impressions. I don't know what the specs are, so we'll find out together. Long battery life, wide operational use, high fidelity. I don't think it has 32-bit float, but that's okay. Let's see. Woo! The packaging is nice, dude. Not the packaging, the case. Look at this thing. The silver is clean. Ooh. You know what this is gonna look good on? Ooh, let me go get my Sony. I have been looking at these small rig mics. Yeah, I'm looking at this and like the white is gonna look really clean on my white Sony. Oh shit, look at this. And it also comes with a so it comes with two receivers. It comes with a cell phone receiver, an independent cell phone receiver, which is sick. And then it also comes with a receiver for the ooh, look at this shit, dude. Yo, I'm so glad that they sent me the white one. Look at the white one, dude. The white doesn't really match too well, but that shit still looks clean, dude. And then it has the little dongles, the tiny little capsule things. Woo. Pretty legit. Pretty legit small rig. Thank you, small rig. Gonna be using the shit out of these. Fantastic, dude. Fan-fucking-tastic. We'll look at those some more later. What a fucking world we live in, man. What a world that we live in. I took a bunch of shots 2 nights ago. I was shooting primarily at 5,000 plus ISO. The R6V, that's, you know, how did they come out, Gerald? Yeah, how did they come out? Your shots. Anything new on Canon rumors? What camera is that? What mic? This mic? This is the Elgato DX. Oh, I'm way behind. LOL. Way behind? In terms of the live view? Yeah, live view is sometimes not it can mess you up if you're not like actively on the channel or on the page. Got it. Yeah, you were back on the live. I have a Shure SM7B and it's really good. You should get it. I'm fine. I like this one. I have plenty of dynamic mics. Mm-hmm. Yes, I put the phone in pocket. I go to store. When I come back, you were talking about ISO for oh yeah, that's exactly what happened. So like the I think YouTube wants you to like not lose your place, I guess, but sometimes that could be a little frustrating. Yeah, we were talking about ISO for video in terms of the ISO that the dual base ISO that Sony's have, because those FX3s, FX6s, they have some incredible like low light, and their second base ISO is like 12,000 something, which is like crazy. Impressive low light. Yeah, pretty impressive low light. Canon USA. If you were starting videography with no camera, what would you have done to get into the industry? Bought a camera. Bought a camera is probably the first thing that I would do. If not, see if you can get a job somewhere that like a production house or something where you have access to cameras. I was shooting the other night at high ISO. I was worried, but I think they came out okay. Yeah, the R6 Mark 1, the R6 Mark 1 and the R6 Mark 1 had really incredible low light capabilities. I remember that camera could like basically see in the dark. And that's how FX3s are, you know. Phone is great too for social content for is what I did. Yeah, your phone is fine until, yeah, but the first thing that you should be working towards, in my opinion, is securing a camera. That's probably what I would do. If you're asking, you know. Look at this, the Rebel T7. 559, dude. 2 lenses. The R6V is already on back order. EOS R1. Look at this camera, dude. I don't know if I could ever afford this camera, I would definitely buy it, but I'd probably get rid of some of my other cameras, to be honest. I'd replace like my R5. No, I definitely wouldn't. The R5 is so cool. I would need to work in more sports than, like, you know, athletic stuff, fast moving race cars, you know, racing, motocross, stuff like that, you know. For a beginner, what camera would you buy under $1,000? Probably the R50V, dude. I have 2 of them. But I think you should probably save your money, David. You should probably save your money and like work towards another goal. But I use my R50V in my other setup as a webcam, you know, for like Zoom calls and stuff. But I use an R50V here, and I got a second one because I wanted it as like one that just like stayed. Bro, you can get a R50V Canon for $4.99, I think. Yeah, Gerald, David is in Australia, so he's talking about AUD instead of USD. Their money, $4.99 is probably about right, or $6.50 is probably about right for them. Yeah, things are more expensive, I guess, over there. Things are more expensive, and you know, Australia has a different economy than the US, so I don't know much about the Australian dollar. I just know that it's higher than ours. The EOS R1 is our top of the line. Yeah, it's the flagship. It's the flagship. Let's go to B&H. I like the way B&H lays it out. $6K 60 raw, 4K 120. Jesus. I think the R5 Mark II does 4K 120 too. Abdul Shakur, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Kind of a quiet day today. I need to change my thumbnails on YouTube is what I really need to do. I'm going to do that tomorrow. Australia has big ass spiders, dude. I always think, man, when I think of Australia, the continent itself is always trying to kill you. Though you are not into editing, which is beginner friendly. Who said I wasn't into editing? I edit stuff almost every single day. Laptop is beginner friendly. For editing, you just need something with like a dedicated graphics card. And that's pretty much it. So if you can get something with like a dedicated graphics card, any laptop would do. Honestly, Gerald, I haven't seen a single one after living here for a year. None of the big ones. I guess you live in, let's see, you live in Perth, you said, right? Let's see. Perth, Australia. Where is like the down under? Like the wild. Like the wild. Australia's huge too, though, dude. How many time zones are in Australia? A lot of this stuff out here in Australia, though, is probably pretty barren, isn't it? Is that a wrong assumption? Canon EOS R for theater photography, is that good? Yeah. Yeah, I did some you just need a bright lens, like something like a 50mm 35 or a 24. Not sure anything that's 20 kilometers radius of the city. Mine's in the middle, yes. Yeah, you live out here, right? Earth. Kensington. We have a Kensington where I live. You don't want to go to the Kensington where I live, though. The Kensington where I live is famous for being like called Zombieland. So if you begin videography today, would you choose a niche or would you shoot? I would definitely choose a niche for sure. But I would just get started, man. The river does look like a swan a little bit. Yeah, you're right. Oh, Swan River. Perth is actually decently big, dude. It's bigger than I thought it was going to be. Would you rather the R5? I would definitely do the R1 for sports, for sure. For sure, dude. Today it's going to be like 112 degrees. They shut down a bunch of stuff. They had a lot of events going on, but they shut it down. This is my city, though. Look at my city, dude. Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. Hence the name, yeah. I guess Perth is small compared to Philly, but Philly's a major city, though. Not like New York or anything, but look at New York up here, dude. I need to go visit New York again. Go do some street photography out there. When I was there, I went to the financial district. I went to the piers. I stood like right around here in this area, Pier 15, I think it was. Yeah, right here, Pier 15. I stood right here and I was and I looked at the Statue of Liberty. Yeah, I was standing right here. The Statue of Liberty is like, was it Pier 15? I can't remember. It might have been Pier 11. Because I could see the Statue of Liberty. And I walked through all of this. But I got off on what is it? Central Station. What is it called? Union Station? No. It's the big one. Penn Station. But Penn Station, where is Penn Station? And then I took a train down, and then I walked all of Central Park. I got into Central Park like right around here, and then I just walked all the way through. Central Park is massive, dude. Walked through all here, made it all the way to the end. Walked all of this shit. And then I took a train. It's beautiful there, man. It's a beautiful, beautiful city. Yep, walked all this. What up, George? Fourth most populated in Aussie. It looked pretty big. I like using the 11mm APS-C lens on full frame camera. It's so cool and dramatic. Just in case that FX video you did, the photo is fake. Just in case the FX5 video you did, the photo is fake. Is it fake? Did somebody say it was fake? We did a bingo card already. This photo, you mean? Yeah, we were just doing a I don't really believe rumors until they actually come out, so we did what I like to call like a bingo card on some of the things that I think are going to happen. So what we're going to do when this comes out is basically tick them off like a bingo card to see how many we get right. So we'll come in and we'll we'll block them off like this. Actually, let me block all these. How do I lock this? Lock. That way they don't move. Position. Let's go to layers. There we go. Boom. It's AI generated, is it? Probably. Yeah, I wasn't like saying this is it, it's whatever. Yeah, I could really, I could care less about it. I think that some of these things are pretty close, but I wasn't taking this as gospel or anything like that. And truthfully, I really don't care. I have a feeling of Sony that Sony doesn't really like its users too much. So I wouldn't be surprised if they gave them nothing of the things that they asked for. You selling those old cameras? What old cameras? I think I only have one old camera. You sound like a Pokemon card collector type of guy. No, definitely don't collect Pokemon. Definitely don't. I think when I was a kid, like a child, like 12 years old. I think Pokemon are cool though, but I don't collect them or anything. The only thing I really collect is lenses and sorry, you made a vid saying they stay on a shelf. Yeah, a couple of my cameras stay on shelves. Which IEMs are those? These IEMs are the I have a link in my bio. They are the Tipsy Autumn. These IEMs right here. They're pretty good. I would wait for them to go on sale though, because they go on sale all the time. But these are pretty decent. They go on sale for like $85 or $79, something like that. So I bought them at full price. I didn't realize that they go on sale often. Do you have any Sony cameras? Yeah, I do. I have one Sony camera. I did see that. What is it? The ZVE 10-2 is what I have, Dev. It's okay. It's expensive. I have checked out that remote. Yeah. David, I'm waiting for a proper lens from the 20 to 50 is cool. I don't like the f4, but I'm waiting for, like, if they come out with a proper like f2.8, that would be, I would definitely pick that up. I would definitely pick that up with the optical zoom. F4 to me is like is fine, but I like to use it you know, in more situations. And F4 to me is more like a fucking around kind of lens, truthfully. It would be expensive though. I bet you it would be expensive. Dev, what cameras do you have? Do you have a, what Sony do you have? Do you have a Sony, or what's your camera of choice? Got the Sony 67. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. 67 is nice. It's pretty legit. Pretty legit. It's the 67 doesn't have dual SD cards, right? Yeah, I think the 67 doesn't have dual SD cards. It has the larger battery. It doesn't have dual SD card. I always thought that was weird. I always thought it was weird because people always ask me, like, compared to the R7 or the 6700, which they both cost about the same. I'm like, depends if you really want to do, like, if you need dual recording and redundancy, you know, get the R7, but I recommend the 6700 all the time. But Sony just has a habit of, because their mount is open, you know, their cameras are always more expensive. $900 is legit. Yeah, $900 is legit. That's a really good price. Anything higher than that, like, because I think new it's like 1400, right? Or 1200. Oh shit, 1500. Fuck. I think you can find this on sale from time to time though, because I've seen it as low as like 1200 brand new. But yeah, they're always a little bit more expensive. Brand new's great. Brand new in a box. Yeah, 900 bucks is a great price. Yeah, I would not argue with that. I just sold my R7. I sold it for 1200 bucks. I did throw in a lens though. I did throw in a lens. Let me ask you this. Did your 6700, did it come with a charging brick? I have a video that I want to make that I've already kind of saved the title for. It's going to be titled Sony Alpha Doesn't Actually Like Its Customers. It's got a nice film look. Yeah, the 67 is nice, dude. The 67 is nice for sure. If I had unlimited money, I would probably get the FX30. Yeah, I'd probably get the FX30. But also I'd wait for the FX30 Mark II to come out, but it might not come out for a while. But Sony's okay, dude. I just prefer Canon, you know. I think Canon just has a better product. The only thing that I'm actually kind of why not the FX3? The FX3 is $4,200, bro. Again, it's just crazy expensive, dude. Yeah, it's just crazy expensive. Also, I have a bunch of Sony lenses that are crop sensor. Oh, look, it's on sale. Look at that. Yeah, normally this is $4,200, 43. Jesus. Normally this is $4,300, but right now it's on sale. And you know why it's on sale? Because a new camera is getting announced soon. Unlimited money? If I had unlimited money, but see, the thing is that I believe that an FX3 Mark II is coming out, so at that point I'd probably get the FX3 Mark II if it ever comes out, or the FX5. But if I had unlimited money, I think I would go for the in the Sony world. In the Sony world, I think I would really like a Sony A1. If I had unlimited money. Sony A1. Something like this. And this would be my everyday kind of camera. And then if I had unlimited money, I'd also get the FX6. Again, all these cameras are so old. I mean, the A1, what is it? The A1 Mark II? A1 Mark II just came out, right? So I'd probably get the A1 Mark II. Yeah, this guy. So I'd get this for like everyday kind of stuff. 50 megapixels. Fuck, dude. Crazy. Also, the A7 R6, they killed it with this camera, dude. I'd probably get this, man. Again, unlimited money, you know, unlimited money. And the only reason why I'd get this is because this 67 megapixels is out of this fucking world, dude. Out of this world. So probably for video, the only camera that I would consider getting from the Sony lineup for video, unlimited money, is the latest FX5 that's come out. If I had unlimited money, I would consider the FX3 or the FX6 if they had newer models. Because the FX3, the FX30, and the FX6 and the FX9, they've all been out since 2019. Why stop at 67? There's a 100 one. 100? What do you mean? Yeah, but for a photo, I would probably get this. Sony A7R. This camera, they knocked it out the park with this. But again, this is a $5,500 camera, dude. This is nuts. For photo, fuck. I definitely prefer Canon. I definitely prefer Canon and believe that Canon is superior. For sure. What do you think of the older FS7 I don't know much about those cameras. The FS5, I don't know anything about those. And why? Canon is just better. Canon is just better in my opinion. Better lenses, better ecosystem, better customer service. Just my opinion. That's what I prefer. Sony FS5. They have more cameras that are available to yeah, I don't really have an opinion on these older cameras. These look cool though. Oh, look at this. This camera is normally $12,000, but you can save $10,000. Look at this. Fuck. It's a Super 35 sensor. Yeah, I would definitely go Canon for sure. Like the Canon C70. C70. Probably do something like this. Probably the C80, actually. I think I would like the C80. You know, Dev, that's like a common thing, bro. That's a very common thing. So people get into like, and it's true for like Sony and it's also true for Canon, but like people when they get into the hobby or they turn it into something professional, they buy like an entry level POS camera, piece of shit camera, like a Rebel T series or a Sony 5000 series, and then they use it and then they get like they see how shitty it actually is compared to like something that's newer and greater, and then they switch. It's like, oh, Canon. They get their impression of the entire brand from that shitty experience because they had a shitty camera to start with, right? And then it kind of ruins the taste in their mouth, puts a bad taste in their mouth. And then they're like, I got to go to another brand. And then what they do is they buy an entry level camera, right? A shitty Canon, a shitty Sony. And they're like, okay, now I got to spend real money. I got to spend like $1,000 or $1,200 or $1,500. But they go to the opposite brand. And then what is available at that very large price gap difference is 50 times better than what they currently had. And then they get that new brand with that better price point, with better features, newer technology, better all this stuff. And they're like, fuck, that camera brand sucked. This camera brand is the brand. You know what I mean? So, but it happens both ways. So if you're not aware of that and you are just like a fanboy, which I'm not, that just happens naturally. And I don't think it's anybody to blame, but people are, in my opinion, aren't self-aware of that. Because when I started my photography journey, I started with a cell phone, and that was my entry level camera, right? A cell phone. So when I was using a cell phone, and then I was like, okay, I need to invest like at least $800, $900, $1,000 into a proper camera. And when I did, I landed in Canon and fell in love with the Canon ecosystem, their customer service, their lenses, their menu system, the way that they rendered video, their file sizes. And then I became biased, sort of, towards Canon. I'm like, Canon's the best, dude, because my initial impression of a camera was my cell phone. And whenever, because I owned the Sony ZV-E 10 II, this camera right here, this is a $1,200 camera. So I didn't buy a shitty Sony camera, right? I bought something that was like pretty premium in my opinion. $1,200 is a nice price for a camera. So when I bought this and then I started using Sony, and I'm like, okay, Sony's not too bad. And I compared it to what's available in the same price point. And then I was like, okay, Sony's all right, but Sony's expensive. That's the conclusion that I came to. Sony's more expensive than Canon when it comes to the actual camera body. So, and that's why I don't have a terrible like opinion of Sony. My opinion of Sony is that their bodies are incredibly expensive. The open mount system, the E-mount system, makes it so that their camera bodies have to be expensive. And the people that can't afford Sony branded lenses go for third-party Chinese manufacturers for the E-mount, and then they say, oh, but Sony's more affordable. But Sony, in fact, isn't more affordable. When you have Sony lenses and Canon lenses, especially the high-end ones, the Sony lenses are even more expensive than the Canon branded ones. But because you have Tamron, Sigma, all of these other third-party Chinese manufacturers, now like, oh, but Sony's cheaper. I'm like, no, you're attaching Sony to third-party lens makers. And like that's just not accurate. You know, that's just not a fair comparison. It's not a fair comparison. But my opinion on Sony people, because of that like mentality, I attribute Sony, I connect Sony people, like the fanboys of Sony, not everybody, but the true fanboys of Sony people, I connect them to Apple users. Chandler, what's up, Chandler? Yeah, they do. They have a vested interest in Tamron. They have, I think Canon has a good portion of Sigma as well. But all of those brands are kind of the higher end ones. Like because Sigma and Tamron are both Japanese companies. But then Viltrox, there's a million like Chinese brands because the Chinese lens makers just constantly steal each other's IP. Yo, hey, I'm back. If you remember me from 2 days or something, I was asking about the Tamron. Yeah. I'm thinking about getting the R50. I'm currently using it, kit lens. Is that it? Yeah, that 17-70 Tamron is gonna be fucking fire, dude. It's low on my list to buy, but it's definitely on my list to purchase. If I were buying a lens for my crop sensor cameras, I would definitely be looking at that 17-70 for sure. What is 35x zoom in millimeters? I don't know how to answer that question. I don't know what that question means. But that can feed into why Canon won't allow. So Chandler, I actually read an article from I don't remember where it was from, but it wasn't from Canon directly. No, Canon actually no, it was from Canon directly, but it was written by a publication. Canon is on record of saying like, no, Sigma and Tamron can make lenses for us, full frame lenses for us. But they're only licensing their mount to Sigma and Tamron. But the full frame lenses for Sigma and Tamron, for them to, so it's a logistics and a manufacturing issue that Sigma and Tamron would have to retool. Do you know anything about manufacturing? I have a background in manufacturing, so when I looked into this, I was like, okay, all of this makes sense. For them to like retool and realign all of their manufacturing line to make full frames Canon RF lenses, it would be a massive investment that wasn't worth the business. They made the business decision. They're currently making the business decision not to make that investment at this time. But it was worth it for them, Sigma and Tamron, to make crop sensor lenses because that investment was a lot lower than making the full frame ones. So they didn't say, hey, Sigma and Tamron are going to make full frame lenses eventually, because that's on Sigma and Tamron. But that leads me to believe by extension that those manufacturers in due time will eventually make the investment to retool their manufacturing lines to create full frame lenses. I got the Sigma 17-40 for Sony crop sensor. Oh yeah, dude, that lens is fire, bro. I own the 17-40 as well. That lens is spectacular. Julia, brother, how you doing? I am, aren't I? WS Photography, how are ya? Yeah, I'm really close to the goal. Really close to the goal. The counter that's on my TikTok is inaccurate. It's a couple off though. I forget what I'm at. Oh, Julia, look what I got today. Small Rig sent me their latest mics. And I got it in white. Is that cool? What do you think about Black? I like Blackmagic. I like some of their, the Pocket 6 and stuff like that. Those cameras could use a refresh as well. Yeah, but I've never used Blackmagic, but I do believe that they're pretty good cameras. It's for both. It's for both. So I just got this in the mail right now. I also got 2 new backpacks. TikTok has really been hooking it up. But check this out, Julia. So Small Rig just sent me this, guys. Look at how shiny it is. So it has, I got it in white. Look at this. Ooh. So this is for the actual, what's it called? The actual camera. And then included is a kit for, so this is probably going to be my new everyday carry mic for the USB-C. And then look at these little mics, dude. Is that nice? DJI copy? No, these are completely different. These are completely different. I think all mics are going to this form factor though. Yeah, I think they're cool. Yeah, I think they're great, dude. These are going to be my new everyday carry. They're not 32-bit float or anything, but that's okay. These are pretty affordable too. I have them on my storefront, but Small Rig has actually been I've been talking to Small Rig, and they've been responding back. So when you work with these brands, they usually just like don't pay you any mind. They just send you shit. But once you start like developing a rapport with them, like these are $80, $90. Oh, so they have two versions. They have the version that I have that's like a fully kitted out one for $90. That's the one that I recommend. Yeah. Yeah, very cool. But they've been just sending me like, hey, do you want this? And they actually responded to one of my videos too. One of my YouTube videos. What do you think about the original R6? The original R6 is, what are you using it for? Just photography? Canon doesn't open the third party, in my opinion. It's what they want to earn money with lenses. Their lens mount is open. Primex Gaming. They have their lens mount is open to Sigma and Tamron, but they also don't want to open it up because of the Chinese. So the R6 is great. I owned it for the longest time. I bought it brand new when it first came out. It's a great camera. Great for photos, great for video, but the only thing on the video side is that it has a, for HDMI, it has micro HDMI, and it has a 30-minute continuous record limit. So those are the only two drawbacks for it that would be a deal breaker for me, but it might not be a deal breaker for you. But if you're doing primarily photo and then some light video here or there, it's a phenomenal camera. The original R6, it was one of the cameras that really pained me to get rid of. There was a point where I had 3 R6s. I had the original R6, I had the R2, and then I also had the R6 III. And I was like, dude, I'm getting crazy with these cameras. I need to get rid of them. So I got rid of my R6 Mark II and my R6 Mark III. They're exceptional too. So I had all 3 of them. Do I have any B-roll? Yeah, I owned all of them. This is the camera that did hurt me the most to like sell. Have a 6K 60, so they have more. They're great cameras, dude. Great cameras. And in this video, I kind of talk about all 3 of them, and like, you know, but the R6 the R6, the first one, that was my baby, man. That was my baby. I hate EF because the plastic lens they make. What did you say, Julia? You convinced to finally film something? Wait, you convinced to finally film something and upload to you? Woo! Where is it, Julia? Do you have your channel? I want to see it. And I effed up the recipes I was filming so bad. So you were making something, like cooking something? Where's your channel? I want to see it. I want to subscribe. What is it? Can you send it to me? I want to check it out. Damn the Chinese. I'm a quarter breed. The Chinese are ruthless business people, man. There's nothing wrong with the Chinese. It's just how they operate, you know? So like they don't want so Tamron and Sigma are both Japanese companies, and they have like very strict laws in Japan when it comes to like IP, intellectual property. But if they open up the mount, you know, to like other brands besides their trusted brands that they can like take the litigation, or if it leaks out, you know, so I don't blame them, dude, for holding their cards tight to the chest, because if the Chinese get it, dude, the Chinese are gonna like make a fucking like and it's hard to pursue them legally. The Chinese are gonna build a factory like in a week and start pumping out RF lenses, you know. They'll do that. They don't give a shit. Let's see, which one have you got now? I have the R6 Mark III and the R6V. So now I have the R6V, and I also have the R6 III. Would you recommend an RP for photo? I typically shoot headshots and branding portraits. Yeah, the RP is okay. I would encourage you to take a look at a used Canon R8 though. And if you can make the investment towards a used Canon R8, that's like a far superior camera. It's probably twice as expensive now that I think about it, but I think this camera is a million times better than the R and the RP. It's a fantastic camera. That's what I'm filming on right now. But if the RP is all that you can afford, it's a nice little camera. You know, it's fine. It's a full frame camera, and probably for headshots and branding portraits, I think it'd be pretty solid. Yeah. I didn't upload it. Maybe I just should. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah, you should. What did you use to edit it, Julia? What did you think of the experience, Julia, of creating the video? Also, did I send you a mic for your camera? Let me know and I'll send you one if I have one. I don't remember if I do have any. No, I don't. If I can get another one of these small rig ones, I'll send you one. For your actual camera. Because I think the one that I sent you is just for your cell phone. At school, my teacher lets us use his camera and lenses. I've used his R6 III and 24. It's literally, oh yeah, dude, it's a big difference, right? Like from using like a normal like consumer camera, which the R6 line is a consumer leaning towards prosumer camera. The R6 III it feels like 100% different. What's your YouTube channel? It's the same as my handle. If you need an easy way to find it, Dev, you can just go to my link in bio. And on TikTok, my link in bio is just at my profile picture. And then there I have a little YouTube symbol, and then you can just go to my YouTube channel. But it's the same as my handle across. My handle's the same across all social media platforms. Nice. But you think the R6? Oh, hell yeah, dude. The R6 is fire, dude. How much is the R6 used, by the way? Because the R6 used is probably like $1,500. Oh, shit, dude. Look at this. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck the R8. I would get this. You know, the prices just keep going up and up, but this right here, this is a camera. One day, I think I'll probably buy another one of these. Maybe I won't, though, just because I won't get the one that I had back, you know, because I liked the one that I had. I wish I didn't get rid of it, but again, I had too many of them. Yeah, the RP is like 600 bucks. Yeah, that's pretty solid. I filmed it on my phone and used CapCut, but I was looking at mics on your storefront for my camera. Well, what I would do, Julia, if you want like better audio, is because the M50 is I think you need to use that for filming. The video that comes from that camera is really nice. But I get it. It's kind of a pain in the ass, and then moving it around, and like, you know, especially if you want to do cooking videos. One of the best things that I have is I have one of those massive magic arms that are like, but I have so much gear, dude. I have so much gear for like every situation that like I was setting up my Canon R6V with a side handle so that I can create TikToks. So this is my TikTok camera now. Just because I have it, you know, and I can use it. But yeah, filming on your phone is fine. In December this last year, I made like 12 or 15 videos all with my cell phone. Found one for like just over 1K. What, the R8? I'm doing it though. I'm tired of coming up with excuses. And that's it, Julia. That's it. And you know, the only person that's holding you accountable to this is just you. It literally is just you, you know? And like, I always tell people, like, when you just get started, just get in front of the camera, practice talking. Because if you see my videos from when I first started to what they look like now, it's night and day. It's night and day. I think that's why I messed it up so bad. I was overthinking it. Yeah, so there's a process to like filming videos, right? So if you're like filming videos as you're actually creating the content, like for example, if you're cooking and you're trying to talk to camera at the same time and you've never done that before, you're going to get distracted either by the camera or you're going to burn whatever you're cooking or whatever you're doing, right? So typically what is a better idea, especially for like when you're doing stuff, is to film. I like to film the B-roll first. The B-roll is going to be like, if you're cooking, you're making cooking videos, right? Is that what you're doing? If I was making cooking videos, what I would do is I would film first. I would film all of the ingredients, all of the cookware that you use, the space where you're in, you walking into the kitchen, just walking in, you walking out of the kitchen, you opening the fridge. Yes, and all of these are like fake shots. They're B-roll shots. So it's all just like B-roll fake shots. So you putting your phone inside of the fridge, opening it, closing it, a wide shot of you entering your kitchen, leaving your kitchen, opening up drawers, pulling stuff out. All of this is fake. Okay. And then you film yourself not talking to camera, but the camera pointed at you cooking, cutting ingredients, mixing ingredients, stirring the pot, running the water, you know, all that stuff, cleaning the dishes, washing the dishes. And then once you have all of that and you've made your plate and you've showed it to the camera and you filmed all of that, none of this involved you talking, by the way. None of this involved you talking. Then you come back and then you film yourself talking directly to camera, where your one focus is just you talking to the camera. You're not multitasking, cooking, filmmaking, organizing, actually making a good dish and like all of that shit. And then you do the talking head. And then once you do that 3 or 4 times, you're going to have so much B-roll footage that you're not going to have to film that every single time that you film. You know, one of the reasons why I wear black as often as I can is because I want to be able to take footage from different shots that I've taken over the years, and I want it to look like I'm wearing the same shirt. That's why I always wear black in my videos. So like I can take this video from now and I can use this a month from now, years from now. And those are just like little tips, right? Yeah, so film yourself getting the ingredients together, and then what I would do is I would put the camera up when you have all the ingredients laid out in front of you, and then kind of walk as like, oh, this is the cumin, you know, this is this, you're gonna do XYZ with this, and then you have it all in front of you, you know, and just film all of that stuff separately. Because I get it, it's a process. But see, those things, right, I probably saved you with this that little tip right there. Probably months. Probably months of trial and error and trying to figure this out for yourself. Canon R6 Mark II or R5 for a new photographer wanting one body to do it all. Not so much sport, but possible. R5. Is it mostly photography? Dion Clark? Gabe just joined. Can you highlight the FX5? For the FX5, what we did is we created a bingo card. But there's not a lot of rumors. You know, they just, Dev was actually saying that the photo that got released from Sony was actually a fake photo. Dev, why did you say this was fake again? Yeah, if it's just for photos, I would probably do the R5. The R6 Mark II is brilliant, but the R5 is still a better photo camera that practically does everything. Practically does everything. And that sensor is so fucking good, dude. The R5 45 megapixel sensor is really, really good. Chandler says agree. Hey, what's up, Chandler? You're still here, bro? What's up, broski? Yo, I watched your R5 or no R50V video the other day, man. How's it doing? Is it performing well? I told you that the R50, I forget what your thing is. Is it Chandler? I watched it yesterday. Here it is. I had some criticisms, Chandler, about your AI image that you used, but I won't beat you up for it too much.
What is going on today?
53 views. Not bad, bro. Not bad. Remix 3. It doesn't tell me anything.
What is going on?
Let's see. Chandler White. 616 videos. It's doing pretty good compared to your other stuff thus far. You got a couple random videos though. All of your product videos seem to do better though. The videos when you do, it's just the way that, you know, the way that YouTube works, dude. Whenever you're talking about something that is searchable, it just goes up. This is 13 times higher than your normal videos though, so that's pretty good. You have an outlier score here. $14 times higher. The text you said? What's wrong with the text? The text is wrong? There's a text error. Where's the text error? Dude, I feel that. I hate that image. Yeah, you know, thumbnails, if you do them after your video is done, you know, it's a pain in the ass, dude. I totally get it, dude. Just because I know that you can take a picture of this image, of this camera. Like, I know that you can. You know what I mean? And sometimes we get a little lazy. Not that I'm calling you lazy, Chandler, but sometimes we get a little lazy and we're like, this will be fine. But like on my thumbnails, like I've taken all of these photos, and my favorite photo to take is probably these desk ones. I've also really liked these white background ones. Just my personal taste. But some of these, like this one right here, I fucking love this image right here for this thumbnail. This one over here. This is AI generated right here. And I also didn't like it as much because that's not me right there. That's AI. But after I saw this, I was like, I'm never using that AI generation feature again. So I said, fuck it. I was 100% being lazy. I knew it. I knew it. Not the only one that saw one video talking about it. Yeah, I get it. It doesn't seem like 100% legit, but I think that whatever this is, these spec announcements are probably pretty close. Also, Chandler, we made a bingo card for the new FX5 that's coming out. My last 3 thumbnails is, I know, David, I know, bro. We get lazy sometimes, man. I get it. That's why you got to create your thumbnails before. You know, because once we've edited the video, we've done the script, we've done all the shit, we're over it. But if you do the thumbnail before you start filming and editing and stuff like that, it makes you make 100%, 100 times better thumbnail image than you would if you did it after the fact. I have a few more to be released soon on there that are a bit more interesting. Yeah, I mean, I thought your video was good, though, bro, for sure. What did I think about your packaging, your title? I thought your title was pretty good, man. I liked it. In terms of the packaging, though, I would probably say that this, you know, probably could use some work, but the title of the video was what? Canon R6V is perfect, dude. Yeah, that's a great title. Yeah, that's a great title. For sure. Bro, how hot is it down in Texas right now, by the way? Yeah, Canon is supposed to come out with a retro Canon R8. Not entirely sure if that's actually going to happen, though. Heat index is 104. 104, and in Texas, what is it, like 8 a.m. over there? Fuck. Over here, it's 91, and it's 10 a.m., about to be 11 a.m. But that is going to do it for me today, guys. I got a busy day ahead of me. I do appreciate you guys stopping in. Chandler, thank you so much for stopping in. Julia, thank you so much. Appreciate you. David, Dev, everybody else that's in here. Have a great one, y'all.